We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
Elliot, if you wouldn't mind, please give us a recap.
It'd have to be a communal one because I'm like, did I actually do one? And I didn't, but that's okay. All right, so last episode was Princess of the Apocalypse, episode 41. We were in the midst of battling the dragon turtle that was hard on our heels. We managed to dive down a corridor just as it blasted its steaming, fiery wave at us. Still managing to clip a bunch of us, but we managed to still stay alive after that hit. We ran up the stairs and into the altar room, and both Kainen and Lady barricaded the door with their bodies just to prevent it from coming through. The dragon turtle had followed the channels around the dungeon to get to where the door was and ended up just chomping the bridge leading to that doorway. But could not make it through the door, which was very convenient for us. We waited a little bit, but it seemed to have kind of died down.
Good done.
So we all opted to retreat our way back down to the downstairs and out of this water cult area. As we went downstairs, we headed past. Sorry, we had a bit of a rest down in the lizard folk room, having a bit of a chat, seeing how we're at, what we should do. And we discussed that there was a flooded room nearby that we hadn't actually investigated that was once previously unflooded, but never actually knew what was down there. So we, after some discussion, we tied four lengths of rope, I think, to each other, linking it to Kainen and to Havi, who both had the water breathing spell still on them, and Kainen using his ever-burning torch used to guide their way through the murky water down these steps into an oblivion of sorts. After traversing into the water, trying to feel their way around because they could barely see a thing down there, they opted to try and skirt their way along the rickety wall just by touch, and very gently being led down by a lady who was feeding the rope down. We decided to let go of the wall and kind of swim out into the open waters, being able to see much. And as we did, Havi had noticed that something was definitely nearby us, and something jumped down on Kainen. After a huge panic and freak out, Havi pulled on the rope 3 times to tell Lady, pull us back in now. And she went ham on that rope, pulling us back in, while Kainen is being chomped all the way back to the safe area. Halfway back, though, Lady a little bit too hard and severed the rope against the rock. And both Kainen and Havi were now floating in the abyss, not knowing where to go. But Havi, managing to roll very high perception checks, managed to find our way back to the staircase and piss-bolt our way up those stairs and out of the water in a complete heap of exhaustion and, terror. Kainen was almost dragged back into the water with the leftover leading rope that he had tied around his waist, but unfortunately severed it before we could. After a bit of gathering ourselves, figuring out what the hell we want to do, we were all exhausted. So we're like, you know what, screw it. We went back to the blessed room that we just keep on returning to just because it's convenient and safe, and had a rest. Lady was still very suspicious of Kainen and opted to watch for the first third of the night, but no one else really opted to watch for the night. So by the time her watch was done, she went to sleep, and by the time the whole group woke up, Kainen had vanished in the night. And this is where we are. However, during the night, Kainen had woken up. Well, actually had feigned sleeping and waited for Lady to fall asleep. Seeing his opportunity, he got up and left the group, bursting back to the water cultist area in search of his trident that was rightfully, was taken from him and was rightfully his. So making his way into the water cultures very carefully, using his dragon longsword to detect where the dragon turtle was at all times. Got through the room, swam through the waters, and made his way to the longboat to maybe perhaps go to the surface to check to see if they hid it there. However, surprisingly enough for him, he found the trident attached to the longboat instead. Is now in possession of his stolen property. This is where it begins.
Okay, so right now, Lady, Havi, and Phil, you all wake up and Kainen's missing.
Did anyone say him go?
No,
Did he leave a note?
Give me your perception check, please.
One moment.
Perception.
You
19.
search and you... Oh, great perception check from both of you. You both look around the crypt and you do not find any sort of note.
No note.
he didn't say anything before we went to sleep.
Nothing about leaving.
Maybe he woke up early and wanted to take a walk. I don't know.
Maybe he heard a noise or something, but surely he would have woken us up.
Is his gear here, or is all of his gear gone as well?
All his gear is gone as well. No, there's no remnants of Kainen there whatsoever. No weapon, no armor, no note, no nothing.
Another question. Do we get the benefits of the room?
Yes.
Sweet.
So everybody cycle a long rest, and everybody gets 20 additional hit points for 8 hours.
Except Kainen, because he woke up early to go leave. I'm kidding.
Correct.
Pretty much.
I was joking.
I wasn't.
20, 10.
Oh, that's too many. There we go.
Time starts to pass. Phil, I assume you get breakfast going for yourself. Like, pull out some
Yeah.
rations and stuff. And some time passes and Kainen does not return.
Do you think he's coming back? Should we go look for him? Havi will look around to see if there's any indication on which way Kainen may have gone. Havi's going to try and track him.
Give me a survivor check, please.
Favorite enemy type? Kainen.
Kainen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I think that'll do it. It's a 19 plus 8.
Yeah, okay.
He's right here.
You peer through the door that Phil is open. Don't see anything unusual there. You continue out the other corridor and you look down the hallway. There's nothing. It's not necessarily rough or dirty or anything. So you don't notice anything in particular, but you get to the mushroom patch and some of it looks freshly disturbed. And you get an idea of the direction he's gone.
I think he's gone this way. Do you want me to go ahead and see if I can catch him, or do you want to all travel together?
If you catch him and you get in trouble, how will we know? Maybe if we all rush, that way we're not vulnerable.
How fast can you move, Harvey?
I can fly 50 feet as my movement.
I can't keep up with that, but I can be close. If I book
Phil is
it.
the weakest link right now.
I can.
Can I piggyback him?
Give me a strength check.
Give me a backpack while you run.
Just athletics or
Yeah.
5.
27.
Yeah, you manage to pick Phil up and all his belongings, and you straddle him across your shoulders like he's a toddler.
You know, I could have probably turned us both into birds, and we could have all maybe tried to go together.
We'll save that for another time, maybe. Just in case.
Conserve your energy in case we come across something we're not wanting to. And
All
Javi
right.
will lead the way.
You notice it sort of goes down, and you start to put two and two together. Well, that's survival check. The trail's a little bit cold just due to the surroundings and stuff, but you do get a sense of his direction, and you find your way back up to the steps, and you enter into the water cult's lair. The Temple of the Crushing Wave. The place where you fought the dragon turtle.
Javi. Oh, I wanted to see whether it would be like an insight check or not, to see whether Javi would put two and two together as to why Kainen was up here. Because Javi knows where they hid the trident. And with the amount of danger that we just escaped from up here, there aren't many reasons why Kainen would return up here by himself.
So you're trying to put assumptions together that you're trying to sense his motives. So essentially,
Yeah.
what you, yeah. I mean, you assume that. You don't know exactly, but it definitely is a thought.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's accurate or not, but it's definitely something that nags at you that could be a reason.
Okay. Javi turns to Lady and Phil. We don't know where the giant turtle thing is, so everybody just be careful. And Javi will continue to try to follow any kind of trail of Kainen.
So Phil is on Lady Pierce, kind of holding on, trying not to hold on to the wrong thing, and he's kind of got her head. So he's kind of ratatouing her a little bit because he's kind of channeling guidance into her as she's going along, just because like, please be okay, you know. So whatever Lady's trying to do, she's got a little bit of guidance along the way.
Cool. Javi, you get up the stairs. The trail goes cold, only because it's clean, slick marble sort of area.
Is there any indication of like doors left open or?
Yes, the door at the top of the stairs has definitely been left open. And you find you steer clear of the door to the water stairs below. That's still shut. So you don't assume that he's gone that way. You end up moving down and around, and you end up in the chamber you were before. And the one with the bridge. And what you find is... Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Perception.
17 plus 8, 25.
Cool.
Wow.
No roll necessary from anybody else. You find a note scribbled in front of the door. Elliot, would you like to explain what this note says?
As I lose.
Fuck you.
Wow.
That's okay. Alright. 1 sec. Alright. The note says, the dragon turtle and I have come to an agreement as long as I have the trident in my possession. Unfortunately, my influence could not dissuade its attention from you, so move with caution. It will attack you if it finds you. I can give the dragon turtle what it seeks in exchange for information. I will be able to create a water devastation orb and eliminate the fire cultists. I know you disagree with my possession of the trident, but this must be done for the greater good. I still see you as my allies, but I cannot trust that you'll take the trident away from me again. In Havenstone.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Like those guys.
Like those guys and subscribe to those guys.
Hit the bell.